I'm pretty loud, so I don't think I need a microphone. Friends, delegates, alternates, and fellow Republicans, I'm running for House District 54 to represent you in the Colorado Legislature. I grew up in District 54, and I have family roots in this valley to go all the way back to the pioneer days. Before I go any further, I wish to address a few issues. First, in regards to drug legalization, and particularly marijuana legalization, it is true that I believe prohibition has failed to accomplish what it was set out to achieve, and I oppose it strongly. My position is in line with the most basic conservative principles of individual liberty, personal responsibility, and limited government. However, if I'm elected as your representative, I recognize that my constituency does not support legalization, and as such, I will not offer or support any legislation that moves in the direction of legalization. I am motivated to this position by our common desire to improve Colorado state government efficiency and quality while we secure our economy. Secondly, in regard to the recent news of my mistakes during high school and college, I can say this: I have made mistakes, and those mistakes have taught me valuable lessons. Throughout the past 7 years, I've demonstrated that I have changed, and those mistakes, because I was able to change, have made me a better, stronger person. Currently, or since then, I've gotten married, graduated from college with a degree in electrical engineering, started my own business, and have grown closer in my faith with Jesus Christ. My wife and I own and operate Palisade Produce, which ships around 35,000 boxes of peaches each year, as well as employing 15 people seasonally. As a small business owner and a farmer, I understand how bad politics affects us and how important it is to have logical representation in Denver. And that's why I'm running. This is where I grew up. This is my home. This is where I'll raise my family. And this is a place worth fighting for. The Colorado Legislature has forgotten that the cornerstone of our free society and our prosperity is individual accountability. Rather, they have instituted expensive government programs in a failed attempt to micromanage a free state. We do not need a central government authority to tell us how to run our businesses, how to educate our kids, how to provide health care, when we can drill in our public lands or when we can mine in those public lands, or how to take care of the less fortunate in our communities. Our government must return to the original principles laid out in the United States Constitution, principles that recognize each of our duty and right to work hard and prosper as we support ourselves and our families with the fruits of our own labor. Instead of this, the Colorado State Legislature accepts federal funding without question as they increase taxes to support an impoverishing government bureaucracy that robs our communities and our businesses of the ability to operate efficiently and effectively. They have added over $500 million in the last session alone. This is a direction that must be stopped and reversed. Common sense tells us that when we have a budget deficit and a recession, we must cut spending even more than we cut taxes in order to get our budget back in the black and put our economy back on track. And there's plenty of room for efficiency improvement in our government. We can improve the way we collect taxes. We can go to a voucher program for education. We can do things that will fix Colorado state government and return the control of our government to the local level. There's so much room for improvement in our state structure and spending. I believe that we can balance the budget and have enough money left over to convert our state's energy use over to local sources. It's vitally important that we recognize that now is the time to convert our state's vehicles, and eventually all our vehicles, to clean, locally produced natural gas. Expanding local markets for local energy just makes too much sense. And more than anything else, Local energy will put our economy on a solid footing no matter what happens with international politics or the value of our dollar. We should encourage the use and extraction of all of our local energy sources, including coal and uranium. If we need to clean up our air, let's do so by moving our vehicles towards natural gas, not moving away from coal as a cheap, efficient source for our power production. Lastly, we need to simplify. Federal funding has usurped our authority to control our state's government. But if we just improve the efficiency of our government, we don't need that funding. Who knows, if we don't wean ourselves off the funding teat, then who knows what they're going to force on us next? Federal health care or free health care will bankrupt the state of Colorado, and we owe John Suthers, our Attorney General, a big thanks for standing up for Colorado and our 10th Amendment rights as he sues the federal government on constitutional grounds. But we can do more. Making our state government efficient, affordable, and locally controlled can only happen by our return to constitutional principles and our 10th Amendment rights. It's time for the Colorado legislature to control our public lands from right here in Colorado, and thereby control our energy policy. As a sovereign state under the Colorado Constitution and the United States Constitution, this is our right. I'm proud to have the continued support of community leaders like Mesa State President Tim Foster, Palisade Police Chief Carol Quarles, and many others as I move forward in this campaign. My name is David Cox. I have the energy, ability, principles, and passion to bring conservative, common sense leadership to House District 54. And today, with your vote, I will. Thank you.